Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing Dreamlight Valley's latest tweet. There's a couple of things that I kind of just want to talk about. It's going to be hopefully a very short and sweet video, provided I don't ramble. But let's go over to Twitter, let's see what they've said, and I will give you my thoughts on their tweet. Okay, so here we are over on Twitter, and Dreamlight Valley have posted, does anyone else wish they could share their Touch of Magic designs with friends during Valley visits? Now, obviously this is quite exciting because it does hint at sharing Touch of Magic designs, which, to be honest, we pretty much all knew was coming. If I switch over to a previous tweet from them, we have this tweet that they did on April Fool's Day. Originally, they advertised it as a snowman shop, and then they sort of changed it up. They said, April Fools, we've just gotten word our previous post wasn't accurate. We're not quite sure what this new building is, but stay tuned for more news. And when you look at this building in closer detail, you can see the signs on the building show the Touch of Magic logo. So everyone kind of pretty much knew this is some sort of Touch of Magic design store, but no one really knew how it was going to work. I do also want to point out, and I'm gonna mention this. Look, you can see how it's slightly off in terms of like centering here. Look at this. Look at where that ends and this ends. They can't even get it looking nice on their photos. Sorry, that's me getting sidetracked. Stop getting sidetracked. Let's not ramble. Let's talk about what I want to say. So yeah, we kind of knew this was coming. We had a lot of people kind of speculate, oh, is this gonna be like a store run by Daisy? Are we gonna be able to display our Touch of Magic designs? And sort of how does it work? Now, I'm wondering and thinking, if we come back here, I have a bit of experience with Animal Crossing, and I think of New Horizons and how the design portal worked in Animal Crossing. Now, in Animal Crossing, you could upload certain designs in your own store, like put them on display, and people could display their items. But then they also had a separate screen which you could use to browse designs. So you could enter someone's like creator code or things like that, and you could actually like find designs that way. I am curious because this says, does anyone else wish they could share their Touch of Magic designs with friends during Valley visits? Now, this kind of implies that the only way you can share the designs is through a Valley visit. That makes me a little nervous. I think it would be better if there was like a portal we could browse, a bit like how you get in Animal Crossing. I'm hoping that the wording of this tweet isn't like completely specific, if that makes sense. I do think that it would be better if they had like an online search portal, but maybe that's something that will come further down the line, perhaps. That's always a possibility. But either way, I'm kind of excited by this. Now, obviously the Touch of Magic designs at the moment isn't a major thing for me because at least with Touch of Magic designs, especially with decor items and stuff like that, you can't have it out in your valley. You can't use it because the second you go to do a dream snap, you have to like remove everything. So I pretty much stopped using Touch of Magic because of that reason. I know there's a lot of people that still create Touch of Magic designs, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, and this is no hate, no shade or anything like that, but I pretty much just don't see a point in it because I can't utilize it to its fullest, because every time I go to take a dream snap, I have to dismantle my valley, or I can't use the dresses I design in dream snaps and things like that. So it kind of lost a lot of its appeal in that sense. So I'm very interested to see how popular this is when it comes sort of to fruition, I guess you could say. Um, I am very intrigued to see how it works. I do wonder if it's going to be like specifically that you have to go visit someone's valley to get a design, or you have to go to someone's valley to give the design. Um, I'm not quite sure. I am quite interested to see how that would work. Like whether it's like a shop and you display your touch of magic items and then someone has to come and they buy it. I say buy with like quotation marks because I don't think they're actually going to put a price on it or anything. It's just going to be something where you can like click select or click buy and or add to designs, and it will let you add it to your own touch of magic design kind of card. If that is the case, this is again further isolation for PlayStation players. PlayStation players are already in their own little bubble when it comes to Dream Snaps. They are in their own little bubble when it comes to visiting players, sharing resources. PlayStation can only multiplayer with PlayStation. I do understand fully that that isn't Gameloft and sort of like Disney Dreamlight Valley's fault. But either way, it's a bit of an issue. So I am curious how this would work, because if it's reliant on the Valley visits, if there's designers on PlayStation, you can only share on PlayStation. If there's designers or players that want designs on PlayStation, they can only get from other PlayStation users. So it does kind of make me feel like a bit sad in that sense. I think it's a real shame. Um, I also, it means imagine if you're someone who makes designs, how often you're gonna have to open up your valley potentially just so other people can come and get them. This is why it would be so much better if there was a portal. Now, I am trying to hold out hope that potentially we could still get that, and maybe that's, like it's something that will come or something that they're planning. We can't always think too negatively, but I do obviously have a couple of concerns with that. My other concern, and you can actually see it in my tweet here, where I've put, guess this is confirmation of the new building being a Touch of Magic store, which we knew anyway, but it is. How exciting. Curious how it will work and if there will be increases to the design limits. Now, at the moment, you can only have 50 different Touch of Magic designs, which I know that seems like quite a lot, but believe it or not, I've seen people on social media complain about the limits, that they can't create any more designs and stuff like that, especially if people are creating whole room sets. And I do remember talking to Cozy with Jazz, amazing content creator, by the way, and talking to her about her process of the room designs that she would make. And she mentioned how she would always have to like overwrite certain designs that she made because she couldn't continually create the room designs that she was making, and keep all of the different codes, if that makes sense. So I am hoping that we're gonna get increases to how many Touch of Magic pieces we can make. I do hope that potentially, say if a creator, if they have to delete a certain design, I hope that those who have got their design don't lose it too. Like, as soon as you say buy a design, it's yours. Because obviously if the creator decides to delete a design or overwrite it with a different pattern, the last thing you want is to go into your Touch of Magic item and then see it looks absolutely wild or just not what you'd expected. So a lot of questions about this, and the questions aren't in a negative way, they're just in a curious way. So before anyone thinks I'm trying to hate on it before they've given us a chance to showcase it, that's not the case. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just very, very curious, and I would love to get some answers to these questions, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to wait for the patch notes, which actually I'm going to assume we're going to get next week. Because I do think I have liked this tweet from Probably Senpai. He replied, I would love that if only there was some building coming to the game that allows such things. Perhaps a building run by Daisy Duck arriving on, let's say, the 24th. I do agree. I think we are going to get the update on the 24th. I do think that. I completely retract all statements before that said that we were going to get it in May. I think this is accurate. Also, that's a nice amount of likes there, Probably Senpai. 69, very nice. We'd also have Mr. Star and Sky saying for sure, but it would be even better if we could upload them from our side and let people browse and buy without a need to visit us directly. 100% agree. I do hope that this is the case, or at least something they have in the works. And then we do have a couple of comments here. This person saying yes because I suck at Touch of Magic. So that's what Storms has said. And Cole has said no because I'm awful at making Touch of Magic designs, but I would love to know the second Star Path hint today. And I agree. I would love to know the second Star Path hint as well. I would love some sort of a reveal on that. So, yeah, all very, very exciting news. I am interested as to what this means and stuff like that. Interested to see how it gets implemented. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think this is going to work? What are your thoughts on it being tied to Valley visits potentially? Yeah, let me know how you're feeling on this. And are you even excited at all? Maybe a bit like Cole, you're just not impressed because you don't do well at Touch of Magic. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited to hear what you have to say. So don't forget to leave a comment and a like whilst you're at it. And I do want to say today, thank you everyone who is subscribed. We reached 1,000 subscribers. I do want to do a little post on it, but I want to word my feelings, emotions eloquently. Just know that I am beyond ecstatic. I am so grateful, so appreciative, and it means the world to me. So thank you to everyone who's subscribed and who does help support this little channel. You are all such wonderful people. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!